There's a new hurdle for residents around the Norfolk Southern train crash site. Meanwhile, one city's amongst the country's most dangerous, and it's not just because of crime. Students are being offered a cash incentive to retake a test. Lastly, there may be a positive to all this cold. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Residents around the Norfolk Southern train crash site in East Palestine are challenging the company's $600 million settlement for the catastrophe, reports the Associated Press. And in order to continue their appeal for higher compensation and to get more information about the contamination, a judge ordered them to pay an $850,000 bond, which they're now asking a rejection for. See, class action attorneys who negotiated with Norfolk Southern claim the appeal will add significant administrative costs, even though the derailment site has already set aside $18 million to cover expenses. Regardless, the residents, represented by attorney David Graham, remain adamant in moving forward, as they state the original $600 million isn't enough to compensate for possible future health effects. Residents remain worried the contaminants could lead to cancers and other serious ailments in the future, and they want to know what was uncovered in the crash's investigation so they can better judge the risks. Norfolk Southern has been distributing $120 million for personal injury claims, but many have stated they've been waiting months to receive official letters advising the amounts they'd receive. Payments for property damage have also been put on hold because of the appeal. Philadelphia has been listed as the 17th most dangerous city in the United States, reports PennLive. This distinction was given by U.S. News & World Report, which ranked 25 total cities on FBI crime data, although crime wasn't the only thing that was considered. Air quality, the FEMA National Risk Index, and the quality and availability of health care were metrics that were also factored in for final rankings, among others. Given that, Memphis, Tennessee was ranked in first. But back to Philadelphia. After years of struggling with crime, the Philadelphia Inquirer recently reported that gun violence went down in 2024. The city, too, according to NBC 10, experienced its lowest homicide rate in a decade. Fewer than one-third of all students in the Philadelphia school district, 27.2% to be exact, passed the algebra Keystone State test last school year, states the Philadelphia Inquirer. But Pennsylvania lets kids who fail to retake the test through the end of 11th grade, although very few in the district do. Which is why the district decided to offer kids a cash incentive starting next month to retake the test. It's unclear how much the stipend will be, but it was confirmed to be coming from the district's nonprofit arm, the Fund for the School District of Philadelphia. This stipend is to offset any income students who work jobs to support their families may lose by taking an 8-week algebra refresher course before the exam in May. Letters offering students the chance to get in on this incentive program have just started being sent out. There may be a bright side to all this cold, says the Tribune Review. While this deep freeze is settling into everyone's bones, it could also be settling onto lanternfly egg sacs. And that means that there should be fewer of the pesky pests this summer. Lanternflies don't have hard shells like ticks do, meaning they're not protected from the elements the same way. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Happy Friday, you guys. To stay up to date over the weekend, check out PennLive.com. And please remember to rate this podcast and to share it around too, please. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thanks for sticking with us. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and we'll get back together next week for some more Today in PA.